Welcome back to another high score Balatro video. I have some explaining to do for this video. Much like the last one, I was kind of playing off camera, which I've realized I really have to stop doing because I typically get my best runs when I'm not talking. And it's partially to do with multitasking and stuff like that. I'm not thinking, or maybe I just get lucky. I can cruise through a lot of runs. So first things first, this is unseeded. If you click the options, and if it was a seeded run, you would see the seed underneath the settings button here, okay? It would be in red letters, and you would see it, as well as when this run is over, which I'll be taking you to the finish line in this one, we'll see the seed as well, and it'll be in white, which means that it was indeed unseeded. Now, this one has been going on for quite some time. If you look at run info, I have a level 40 plus 5 right now. We are currently facing an E59 boss, which is quite crazy. Let me think here. We have 10 jokers. I'll run you through them right now. Sock and Buskin. 3 copies of Brainstorm. One of them is from a showman, and the other one is from an invisible joker. 4 copies of the idol, which is absolutely insane. We have a negative idol here, which we got from Ectoplasm. One of them was the original one. We got 2 from Invisible Jokers, and we've ectoplasmed 2 times. So that's our blueprint and our idol here. We've also picked up some random negatives along the way. We got Chaos the Clown for some rerolls and a Faceless Joker, which actually has been helping a little bit for some money. Next, we're on ante 22, round 69. So I thought it was the perfect time to kind of bring and showcase this run to you. Let's go ahead and look at my deck. So I have a perfectly paired down deck of kings. I started off with lucky kings with, I think I got one from a standard pack that had the, I believe it's called the foil tag, right? And, which gives me 50 chips. And it had the gold seal. I did not put that on my king whatsoever, and I just started copying them as much as possible. And to extend the run, I picked up a DNA at some point, and I made some glass cards because I kind of figured we are going to be getting to this area of the run. So basically what I do every shop now, I pretty much just hold these 3 because I really don't need to continue buying tarot cards or anything. The only thing I'm really looking for is natural negatives, spectral packs. We could consider a 3rd ectoplasm. I don't think we have the hand size for it, but what we would like is a deja vu to get a red seal going, and then we could start deathing all of our glass cards into red seal ones. That would be almost the only way that we could improve. The other idea that I had in my mind is we could pick up a stone card that has polychrome on it and hopefully get ourselves, it would have to be really good because I don't want our idols to default to something else. Right now we have a perfectly paired deck, right? So its only option is the King of Spades. That is the cool thing about the idol. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of surfing here. I'm mainly just looking for Temperance, Hermit, or negative jokers. Oddly enough, I have not found a blueprint yet. If I do, I will pick it up instead of a Brainstorm and see if it's better to have another idol or just keep it on the Sock and Buskin. It does not matter. So blueprint is also something that I could be interested in. Other than that, it's been a really, there's a showman. Obviously I would take him, but I have no room. I don't have room. Let's go ahead and look at my vouchers. I already have antimatter. I almost have all of the vouchers, which is actually crazy. We do have another option for hand size, so we could also go with a negative troubadour or a negative, I believe it's juggler, to get us to 8 hand size and do 1 more ecto if it's -3. I'm not sure what we're at right now. So there's a few options to extend this run, but this is going to be long enough as it is. So I've been kind of going down to around 150 until I go next. I am going to re-roll this boss blind because I do not want to set my money to 0. All heart cards are debuffed is fine with us because we don't have any hearts in our deck. So we'll go ahead and play it. What I have been doing is putting the faceless Joker up front and discarding the glass because I do not need to use it yet. I am wasting a little bit of value here. I am being pretty protective of the glass so I don't break it. Then we play the flush 5. I need to remember to remove this faceless Joker. I still obviously have enough cards in the deck that if I forgot, it's okay. I also have 4 hands, and I'll just let you see what happens to my money. So I've already gained, I think, what was that? 40, 5, 10, 15, 20, yeah, $40 from the faceless Joker just from that. And now, if you think about it, these are lucky cards that are being re-triggered 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So we have a decent chance to hit that $20. They're also gold seals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the initial trigger, that's $15 per card regardless. And then we have a chance at getting $20 as well. So let's go ahead and play this hand out. I'll let you watch. This run has been a few hours already. I've been playing it pretty slow. And the reason I was playing it is I was trying to work through some of the stake difficulties on the plasma deck here so I could eventually get to gold stake. We're on green right now, so I didn't make it very far, but I'm ended up being my best run ever. This is going to be my high score undoubtedly. We're at E70. See, we heard a piece of glass break there, so we do have to be careful with it. We're at E70 there, which is officially my best score. It's actually a little bit higher, and I'll tell you why. Because we do have some glass cards. I'm always opening up these packs just in case, and I'm always picking up Aries. So you noticed I was at $138, so we gained 130 or 120-ish dollars there just by playing the hand. And sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. It all relies on the luck of the lucky cards and how many lucky cards I play. But I'm always picking up Temperance and Hermit just so I can continue rolling. It would be nice if that Troubadour was negative. Now, I'm not 100% sure on the math, if I picked up a Showman and dropped an Idol, or if I dropped a Brainstorm, if it would be better. I'm kind of weary. I'm a little bit scared to remove anything from my hand unless I can get it negative, because I don't want to ruin it early, and I want to see how far I can get into the antes. This is going to be high scores across the board, so that's definitely why I'm bringing you the video. I wasn't recording, obviously, when I started this video, but I decided, well, hey, when I get some time later on in the day, I'm going to finish off the run and play it live for you here on YouTube, just because it is that interesting. I also want to bring up some stats like erosion, obviously, to 100. If we see a fortune teller, I want to show you how many tarot cards I've used this run, as I find that to be very cool. We'll go ahead and pick up another Temperance. We'll roll 1 or 2 more times. Another Temperance. We'll stop there. So let's go next. 68. So as you can see, with 2 pieces of glass, I scored E70. So we're still okay. Diamond cards are debuffed. I'm fine with that. I will discard all of these because of the faceless and get some money back. I can still use some of my lucky cards, right? So let's go ahead and see where I'm at with 1 piece of glass. I think I'm right around the 68 mark with 1 piece. So we might have to use 5 glass here. And we do have some glass still in the deck, so we do have to be careful. I'm probably gonna stop doing the faceless Joker here pretty soon, just because I'm a little bit weary of how far we're gonna get. So we got a money shot early there. You can just see the money go up here. We're just climbing already. There was another $20. The $3 is coming in obviously 5 times every single time, so $15 cards plus a chance at $20. Look at that, we're at 320. Okay, so we're at 67, and we broke a piece of glass, so that is not ideal. So what we're going to do is we're just going to check out and scope out the deck. It's pretty hard to tell what's been used because of the foil tags. You can't really tell what has been used, so I'm going to use 3 pieces of glass here against my better judgment, just so we can get past this blind and move on. We are going to have to start using more and more glass as we go through, and we do have a limited amount of cards. We only have 26, So if we think about it, if everything's glass, that's only 5 hands, and each piece of glass breaks 1 in 4 times, so we have a 25% chance to lose it. Now, because we're able to play a couple hands here, we also do get some more money. But this is easily going to pass it, and we did lose another piece of glass. Just one, so it's alright. We have 25 cards in the deck. I have also been opening standard packs, and a chance to hit a Spade King with a red seal. That is the only other option I want. I want to be very careful. Like, there's a Spade King. And you know, we're actually going to take it because we can turn it into glass. So anytime I see kings like that I can easily change, I might take them. And I should start doing that more often now that I have pieces of glass breaking as well, to replenish that. So as long as the idols are already set, as long as I change it within that next hand, I'll be okay. So I will re-roll a little bit here. We have $440, picking up hermits and temperances along the way. As you can see with the Tarot Tycoon, I don't actually know what the voucher's called. Let's go ahead and look at it. Yeah, the Tarot Tycoon, we're getting a lot of tarot cards all the time. Ideally, to only extend this run is a negative blueprint, a negative troubadour, then we'd have to hit a spectral pack, a red seal king somehow. I mean, a lot would have to go right to really extend this out more. But as you can see, I can almost just infinitely scroll for a while. Eventually these rolls do become too costly that it's not worth me rolling. So I'll just continue to go a little bit. Temperance. And the reason I have these 3 is because I can ideally change 1 into glass and then death 2 cards every single time. It's ideally the most efficient way for me to keep my tarot cards. I probably should be using them every time, but I don't want to turn all my glass. I don't want to turn all my cards into glass yet. I can get away with only using 3 pieces of glass right now, so that's what I intend to do. So rolls are $31. That's not worth it for me. We need E68 again, so that means we do need at least 2 pieces of glass. I would try to find this king. So I will move the faceless over a little bit, making sure to keep 2 pieces of glass in my hand at all times, because that is exactly what I need, right? So we'll look for this new king that we got a few times here to see. We didn't find it, to see if we could convert this steel card into it. We couldn't find it this time, so that's fine. And we have the perfect hand type in here right now. But as long as it's a king of spades, it doesn't affect the idol, so I'm not worried. So that is kind of the danger of adding cards to your deck. If you don't find it in time, it could technically screw up your hand. You just have to be pretty careful with how you play your hands, but we should be fine here with 2 pieces of glass, getting around E70, which I just find crazy to me, that we're consistently getting E70 on this run. But it's truly just another, I've never had a run go this way. It's just awesome. Like, unfortunately, I don't have the red seals and stuff like that, but it is what it is. So yeah, E70, no glass broke. You could hear that, so that's important. Always pick up the temperances. Even though all of this is only worth 18 bucks right now, just kind of crazy. I'm opening up the Arcana packs to see if I can find that king. I didn't find it. Look in this one. Here's a king of clubs. So I'm not worried about cards right now, or I would do something like that, but I could have picked it up and transformed it during the round to preserve the idols. I'm just not willing to do that because I'm a little bit scared, to be honest. So let's go ahead and move forward here. Skipping through, obviously hoping for the miracle. A negative burglar. What does that do for us? Absolutely nothing. If this was a Baron build, it would be the world, right? Because we could Serpent the burglar. It could be a Nan Imp potential. That's a crazy pull. I'm not going to pick it up because I don't need my discards, but I want them. I don't necessarily need them or want them, but I'm just gonna skip on the burglar for now. Well, that's a cool pickup. And having a lot of money like this, you really do get to see a lot of cool cards, because it's just a higher chance that negatives come up the more I roll and roll and roll and roll and roll. So I typically go until they're around $30 or I'm down to the 150 mark. That's just been kind of my safe keep, because I also have to keep in mind I do need to sometimes re-roll the boss, right? So we'll go next here. And we found the Steel King, so I am going to turn him into glass, right? So left card into right card for people that don't know. Left into right, we're going to death this. Okay, then I always use my Fool, so we get another death. We're gonna keep 2 pieces of glass, and we're just gonna play this through. I don't really care about the faceless right now. It's honestly more of a gamble than anything. So this is for sure gonna be E70. It's gonna be the same, relatively the same score every time. The mult that we get from the lucky cards doesn't really matter at this stage anymore. Obviously 20 mult isn't going to make a big enough factor at this stage in the game when we're dealing with such an astronomical number. So 4 copies of Idol, 3 copies of Brainstorm. Absolutely insane. As you can see, E70 again. We did hear a piece of glass break. However, we did replenish a piece of glass. Might as well pick up the voucher. We have just a ton. We have almost every voucher we can get, which is very, very cool. Open up an Arcana pack. You never know, there could be a soul card. I'm not too sure. A Triboulet would, I don't think it would be better or anything. It's essentially just an idol, right? So unless we didn't want another copy of Sock and Buskin, potentially get another king. We don't, so I'm gonna skip and we'll re-roll. So this is literally just the play. I've replenished my Fool now, so I can get another copy of Death on command. Buy all the Ares. That's really the only scaling I can do. I'm not too sure how much each copy of Ares does. My Flush 5 is at level 44, so this has been an absolutely monumental run for me. It's been insane. About as crazy I've ever manipulated the game before, which is really exciting because I've been playing this game a lot, and it's cool to find still not necessarily new ways, but other ways to achieve a common entity at the end of just getting the highest score possible. And I never thought I would be able to do this, especially on green stake. This isn't even a white stake video. This is a green stake video. It's kind of cool. Okay, 1 or 2 more rolls here. We'll go next. So 77 is our target here, and we're getting close to being able to not do this anymore. However, I know how we can do it. So I've played this hand, all 5 glass, 1 or 2 times already in the run, just to see. Pardon me. Just to see how far it could take us. And before we actually do it, I will make another glass. So, just to see how far it would go. And I believe 5 pieces of glass gets us to E78, which is perfect. We can actually get past ante 24 and move on to ante 25. I believe this is going to be the last ante together. So ultimately, it's a shorter video. But this video probably, if I recorded it from the start, would have been over 2 hours long. But I believe, if everything goes well here, this is an E78 hand. E79. I was wrong. We did lose 1 piece of glass there, so we would like to replenish our Fool. Again, I don't think there's, unless we got a negative blueprint at this point, there's really nothing we can do. Unfortunate, that's not a deja vu. That would have helped a little bit. Pretty negligible, I believe, at this point. Honk. Not something that we're going to be using, right? So we will re-roll a few times, get our Fool back. Maybe there's a negative blueprint hiding here somewhere. I can hope. Obviously, that would be some insane, we'll call it YouTuber luck. Picking up as much Hermit and Temperances as I can. I do want to find a fortune teller for you to see how many tarot cards I've used. We'll go over the stats at the end of the video, because this is just insane. Okay, we'll go next here. Still have 24 cards. I'm not too worried. So this would be a case of unfortunate draw, really. But we can, this is why I always carry the Death and the Fool into the fight. All right, just in case we ran out. I can even turn this one into glass. And now we have another E79 hand. It would be awesome if we could get to E80. I don't think it's possible. It might, no, I think, I don't know what our number was on it. If we perhaps played, let me think about this. If we perhaps played 3 hands, I think we can max do 4 hands, but not everything's glass. We might be able to get to E80. However, we'll have to find out what our number is before our E. I think it was just 1. So if it's just 1, then we obviously can't do it. So I am going to be earning less money as well. To 2. And we broke 2 pieces of glass there. So we are quickly running out of cards as well. A deja vu. Oh my god, right at the end, of course. Okay. Wow. So I definitely want to find that card and copy it. So I'm going to need a Death. And I'm going to pick up other tarot cards right now so it removes some in the pool. And we need to find a Fool. Then we can get 3 red seals. There's a Fool. So we would get rid of the Priestess and we would buy the Fool. Okay. We'll scroll a little bit more for the chance of a negative blueprint. Which is ideally the only thing that can make us any stronger. We're going to stop there because I do need to re-roll the boss blind. I'm not willing to go through that. Especially with all of these brainstorms. It's just not going to be possible. All cards debuffed until 1 joker's sold. Okay, we can do that. I will sell my faceless joker. There we go. So we're trying to find this guy right now. There he is. Okay. Now we're going to, might as well death this one. We might be able to get to E80 here. We found the red seal with you. I'm happy we did it with you on YouTube here. Okay, we'll death that. And we'll see how much that gets me. 3 red seal glass kings. The only thing better is if they were polychrome, which unfortunately everything in my hand is foil. So I can't actually undo it. There's no way. That's why I was talking about that stone card earlier. Let's go ahead and see what this gives us. We need E78. We know we can do that. We should, I don't, we'll see how much these red seals add. It does add another full trigger, which is adding 1, 2, 3. So it's adding what, 4 more triggers total? Or is it just 3, right? But it's 3 more triggers, but it's 12 more scoring chances. We just gotta hope they don't break either, right? And that they don't break. 88! Wow, red seal adds a lot. We could get to 90. Okay, let's add another hand size. Things are getting interesting. We could ectoplasm. Fortunately, let's go ahead and check out the blind here. Wow. Of course, E88 is the next. Okay, so we need a full hand of red seals. Or we need 3 red seals again. Which means we need to draw them, unfortunately. Okay, so we would like pick up this. We need to find, and I'm doing this. Okay, I'll explain why I'm doing this. I'm doing this so there's less tarot card options for me to pull. So I'm looking for a death and a fool, right? And I realistically just need to kind of get lucky pulling them. So far, no luck. Not good. Oh boy. Okay. There's my death. I will do one more for a fool. Okay, it's not worth it. I will go next round. E to the 87. And we already drew 2 red seals, which is beautiful. See if we can get that. We got 3. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and discard a bit more. Perfect. Just because I want to use the justice here. And we can leave the chariot, it doesn't matter. So now we have 4 red seals. Obviously these could break on me. So this could be our highest scoring hand if we can't find a quick fool and death again. But let's go ahead and see what it got us. So 3 red seals got us E88. Probably could have preserved one here and not used it, but the run's coming to an end anyways. So also, I'm not sure if we were to get a blueprint, which I haven't seen one all run, which is crazy. The elusive blueprint. I'm not sure if it would be better to put on the idol or the sock and buskin. 91, but I heard a lot break. We broke the 90s. We have an E90 run. Let's go ahead and check our deck. 2 red seals broke. So we 100% pick up the Aries. Have to find this. Let's go ahead and look for a... Okay, perfect. 352 tarot cards used this run. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Again, this has been the craziest run ever. Could pick up another deja vu. Here, I'll show you. I can't use the aura. I would love to make them all polychrome instead of foil. Foil does nothing for me except they kind of look cool. However, I can't do that. So, let's just use the Emperor. We got our death, which is very nice. And now we're looking for a fool. We got very lucky very quick there. Okay. Can reroll a few times. Is it only being $7? If you get find a hermit, it is actually just beneficial to roll, right? So we're gonna go next. We're fine here. We technically have essentially 4 red seals, right? We do need to draw down to them. Okay. I should have picked up another copy of Justice. Ooh, that was lucky. These are our only 5 cards in our deck. I did not pay attention to that. That was very lucky. Okay. This should get us through again. By the skin of our teeth. I should always pick up a copy of Justice because we're only using glass now. We can't use the lucky cards. The only thing that would make this better is polychrome and a blueprint. I have no room for anything else. 7 hand size. I don't even think I could possibly ectoplasm even if I wanted to. Unfortunately, I only have brainstorm, so I can only copy the sock and buskin. This should be another 91, and we pray that they don't break. Only one thing broke, which is good. It was a red seal, however, so we can count. Love how you can move the cards. We have 3, so we definitely need to find one more. I do think it might be worth continuing to buy these Aries, so I will always continue to do that. And now we need to find, we'll pick up this and this. We need to find our death and fool. We have to. We absolutely have to. And sometimes it's not guaranteed, which is the bad part. There's Justice. Grab that. There's Fool. And then we just need our Death. Pick up Aries for $1. We need a Death. We got it. Okay, we're alive. We're gonna stop there. Decreasing our poker hand by 1, I don't think is an issue for me. So we're gonna move on. So we need to grab those 3 red seals. And whenever I see this, I also need to do this. And then we'll turn it immediately into a red seal. Turn the left card into the right card. I always got to make sure I'm doing it, especially at this stage in the game. We have our 4 red seals. We don't need to do any more digging for our deck. We have all the red seals. Is this is there a 5th one? Okay. This is our best score possible. We're gonna try it right now. We're gonna get through this ante, which is crazy, and we're gonna get our best score possible here, which is crazy. Again, 4 copies of Idol, 4 copies of Sock and Buskin. Yes, the clown is hanging out here. Let's go ahead and move this guy here. Get that negative Idol. He looks a little better. Let's go ahead and play this hand. This is my highest score on Balatro. This is my highest score. I have not done anything like this in the game. Let's go ahead and see what we get. E94. E94. Let's go. That is my best score in this game. We're looking at E99. It's not happening, folks. It's just not happening. I tell you that. We will take a free death. That's really, really unfortunate. I have a hand size of 7. -3 would get me down to 4, obviously. So it's not gonna work. I'm not gonna be able to sell anything, like, unless I found a troubadour, which then it would just be counterproductive. What would it do for me? Nothing. I would have to find, like, I don't know if a blueprint would be better or what, but I can't use this, so I'm not going to. This is a good time to use the death. We're still on the hopes for, we'll buy these. We'll play it out like we're going to win, which we're not. It's totally fine. We're looking for Death, Fool, and Justice every single time. Invisible Joker, I mean, I don't have time for you or room for you. There's the Troubadour. Damn, we could have got the Ectoplasm and then found the Troubadour. It was here all along. Again, we would have netted 0 hand size and just had a spot for him, but we wouldn't have been able to play 5 cards. So far, no luck. And on round 79, we have our first blueprint. Wow. So if I would have ectoplasm, well, for science, I will sell a brainstorm and pick up blueprint. I will. For now, we'll do this. This is essentially the exact same, right? Let's go ahead and find our cards. We'll do some science, okay? I'll throw another one on the idol. And just see if that's better. If it's not, then it didn't matter anyways. I would like a fool. Okay, unlucky. I guess I could always do this, right? Give me a fool. Never lucky. Yeah, we'll go next. I am gonna no. We can die on the small blind. It's okay. Okay, for fun, I will do something like this. Throw it on the negative one just because it's fun. So now we have 5 copies of Idol. For fun, we'll see how close this gets us with 1 red seal. So we still have 3 more in the deck, so we'll be okay. We'll see how close it gets us just for fun. If not, we know we're dead. So let's go ahead and play this hand. We have 5 copies of Idol right now. We are losing 1 retrigger every time. But I don't think it's worth it. It's definitely not, right? Because we're actually losing... We're only getting 1 more scoring option, but we're losing a retrigger on all of the other idols. So this actually isn't going to be close. Now that I've done it, I have figured out the math in my head. This isn't that close. Yeah, E80. So that was never going to be it. So we'll throw it back on the sock. We have 7 cards left in our deck. Left card into right card. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. And this. What a perfect ending. Not really. I wish that blueprint came sooner. Trying to think. Yeah, that ectoplasm would have been nice if I had 8 hand size. Let's go ahead and check our vouchers if it was possible. I have both hand size vouchers, so I would have needed like a negative juggler or something, or a negative troubadour. But yeah, that's gonna be it. We're gonna do a final send off. This should be 92 again, I believe. Even though we got rid of a brainstorm, blueprint's the same thing. It's just copying the brainstorm, which is copying the sock. So this should be about a 92. Let's go ahead and set it out together. This again will be my highest score. It'll tie it ever in the history of my career playing Balatro. Very, very fun. Very happy that I started recording this for you and showing you the end game of this run, because it's been a masterpiece for me. I've never been able to perfectly pair up my deck like this, and it was a lot of luck, but it did take a lot of thinking to get to this point. E94. We have done it. That's my high score. As you can see, 3.390 E94. The math is the exact same regardless of how we do it. Played 48 flush 5s, ante 26 high score, round 80 high score, almost 500 cards played, 600 discarded, 500 purchased, rerolled 831 times, 2 new discoveries. I'm not sure what that's about. I must have picked up a card. This is the seed. Okay, if you're at all interested in this seed, it's an absolutely cracked seed. You can get to E94 with it. Pretty crazy. Unseeded, as you can see, no red border, which means it's unseeded, right? Thank you all so much for watching this video. I know it's different. I started obviously on like ante 24 or something crazy. Still turned out to be a 40-minute video showcasing my highest score. So thank you for all the support on YouTube. I'm going to continue to make a push and make videos. Eventually, I would love to get a Nan Imp run or beat E94, which I never thought I would get this high, but I have. So thank you all so much for watching. Take care. Goodbye.